Today we're diving into some huge updates that were announced at OpenAI's first ever Dev Day event.
Welcome to our first ever OpenAI Dev Day.
There's a ton of groundbreaking stuff here and some major updates to ChatGPT, so let's dive right in. First up, OpenAI revealed GPT-4 Turbo.
Today, we are launching a new model, GPT-4 Turbo. GPT-4 Turbo will address many of the things that you all have asked for.
This is an improved version of their already very powerful GPT-4 model. And probably the first thing to note about this is that it's way cheaper. In fact, prompt tokens are now 1/3 of the price and retrieval tokens are half the price of what the GPT-4 model is right now. That's a huge win for developers right now taking advantage of the API. Now, another notable update is the access to data that OpenAI is using. Previously, OpenAI's dataset stopped at September 2021, which is kind of a bummer, but even OpenAI agreed.
We are just as annoyed as all of you, probably more, that GPT-4's knowledge about the world ended in 2021. We will try to never let it get that out of date again.
So that is why with the new update, OpenAI and ChatGPT's knowledge base is getting updated to April of 2023. And the big promise is to keep this AI more up to date with current information as time goes on. And speaking of API, OpenAI launched new multimodal capabilities like DALL-E image generation, whisper speech recognition, and natural text-to-speech voices that you can implement into your own models.
Surprising no one, DALL-E 3, GPT-4 Turbo with Vision, and the new text-to-speech model are all going into the API today.
With the addition of these new multimodal capabilities, it only makes sense that they expand the context window of the model itself. And OpenAI delivered.
GPT-4 Turbo supports up to 128,000 tokens of context.
This is massive and even larger than Claude AI's 100,000 token model. All that meaning OpenAI can handle a lot more context in the conversations it's having. In fact, OpenAI themselves said that this model can handle up to 300 standard pages. Whatever standard pages means. Nonetheless, it's still exciting and it is a big upgrade from where it was previously at. Now, one of the coolest things that was announced at this entire event, at least in my opinion, was the copyright shield. And basically what this means is OpenAI is going to back the developers and users of the API should any copyright lawsuits come about from using it. And to kind of put the cherry on top of all of that, OpenAI claims that they are also going to cover any costs associated with any lawsuits that come about like this. Now onto Assistance API. This is going to make it a lot easier for you to build AI assistants directly into your own applications. It can handle complex things like persistent conversations automatically. You just have to add user messages and it streams responses right back. And the cool thing is that it has built-in retrieval and code execution, essentially letting the AI do more on its own. Okay, so that's some of the big updates pertaining to the API. But they also announced some pretty amazing things for ChatGPT. ChatGPT Plus users will soon see the different model options going away. That means you'll no longer have to select if you want to use Code Interpreter or DALL-E or browse with Bing. All of the functionalities that make these models unique are going to be brought into one chat. And ChatGPT is going to know when to use each of those models depending on the conversation. This is a very useful and welcome feature if you're anything like me, where you use all of these different models to complete a series of tasks in one sitting. Now you don't need to cut off the conversation with one model just so that you can bring that information over to the new model to complete your next task. Now, probably the big shocker of the entire event.
We're thrilled to introduce GPTs.
GPTs are essentially customized versions of chatbots that you can build for your specific use cases. GPTs combine custom instructions, knowledge, and actions to help you accomplish whatever task you specifically have. To start, OpenAI is going to be launching a GPT Store where you can download and purchase the different GPT chatbot models. But OpenAI is also going to be releasing a GPT Builder, allowing you to create your very own chatbot. What's kind of cool is that you can build this chatbot to use it privately within your team, or you can make this thing public and actually publish it to the GPT Store, allowing you to earn a revenue for people that purchase and use your chatbot. Now, I couldn't be more excited for this one because it will essentially allow you to build like a team of AI assistants to help you with the various tasks and functions that you do throughout the day. Pretty exciting stuff. And what's cool about the GPT Builder is you need no coding skills at all. All you have to do is have a conversation with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT itself is going to build a bot that you can then use for whatever that bot's purpose is. It's kind of crazy if you think about it, using ChatGPT to build your own version of ChatGPT so that you can use ChatGPT to do things that the previous ChatGPT would do. You get it, right? Okay, so I'd say game changer is a word that's been way overused in 2023, but OpenAI is changing the game again, and in a big way. With customizable GPTs, you'll be able to automate workflows and optimize your processes. The new modality options open up possibilities for generated media content. Think creating images, audio, and video assets all generated by AI. And the Assistants API can allow building tailored AI tools to allow you to up your production game. There's definitely a lot to unpack here and a lot to explore with these new updates from OpenAI, so be sure you're subscribed so you can learn more. And with all of these updates, I'm really curious what you think. What are you most excited for? Let me know down in the comments.